to convey that message and convey that approach to try to prevent some of the bullshit that's popping up and some of the cattiness. So communicate that to your respective families, and I think everybody's going to be fine. The fact that there's a bunch of cattiness going on here, they're being deviated away from what they know and what everyone else has done. So they had an expectation going into this. I feel like your partner failed to communicate your plan there, or maybe they're just shitty. I don't feel like you're the asshole here, but Tater, what do you think? Come on up, Tater. Can we get some more feedback? You got one more serving of feedback in you. I know it. Come on now. So do you feel like I'm headed in the right direction here, where I feel like it's ultimately on him to communicate and handle that?
I mean, let's just go. She said it only lasted 2 weeks. They saw the baby after 2 weeks. But I mean, at the end of the day, whether or not the mom is the patient. The mom gets to decide if she wants people at the hospital when she's in labor and giving birth, and that is her choice. And I feel like anyone on either side of the family has to respect what the mom wants in that moment. It's especially for a first child. Navy was born, kind of during COVID, and they didn't allow
those COVID babies are different.
They didn't allow anyone to wait, in the waiting room or to come in and visit. And
I had a T-shirt.
I was fine with that.
That said, Baby Storm's designated person.
Support person. Yeah.
Support person. Yeah.
But there was that was fine with me, honestly, because I feel like I recovered so much. Like by the time we went home, I was recovered so much better than when I had, 20 people filing through to see, after I had Ava. And it felt like, so I understand OP and I understand why she wants this. And it is very hard. And I think, and it does sound like her husband supported her and understood. He eventually came around and was like, I get it. But the family treating her like that because she has different wishes than what they've been used to. Like, you had 12 kids, and it sounds like they've been around a block with babies and births and labors and all of those things. And to be shitty because one of your children or siblings doesn't want you there for a couple of weeks, like that's just mean.
But the other side of that is that, as blended, they got their way 12 times. Yeah. And for now, someone to come along and be like, no.
Right.
They're like,
yeah,
excuse me?
I understand that they had things a certain way, but not everybody is the same person. And how many of those were daughters and how many of those were sons? That's what I would want to know, because I think it's different. Obviously, if you're the mom of a daughter, like, you're going to have a different experience when it comes to the birth. With my first child, my mom was with me, and I would never change that for the world. I was so happy to have her there, and, with Ava's dad was there, and that meant something to me, and I needed her support, and I was young, and she chose to have her mom there, and that's her choice. Like, she wanted that extra support, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But shaming someone for wanting labor and delivery to go a certain way is just shitty human behavior, in my opinion.
I think it's probably bigger than that for this family. I think it's going to become, we're probably going to hear a lot more from this OP about breaking family tradition and their opposition to it, right? So right. I think you've got a lot of that going on here. I still go back to your partner here, because although he did concede and understood, finally, there's a big difference between understanding and advocating. And I think while he did understand, he was against it in the beginning because he knew what was going to happen with his family. He knew what was going to happen. So that's when the need for him to be an advocate for your family.
Yeah, I understand that. Yes, I agree.
That's where it's so much needed here. So and it still goes back to him. This whole journey they're going to go through with the fighting against what's the word I'm looking for? Tradition. Fighting against tradition and breaking from it, and rebelling. Like, it's going to be a journey.
Krista Museum Girl said that some of those 12 would have done it differently if allowed. And I think that's a great point, where how much did they want to set boundaries, but those were overstepped. Yep. And that's why I said I'd love to know the mom to son or daughter to son ratio in that family.
That would be interesting.
I think it would be interesting. But I think she's not the asshole, 100%. And I think that the family needs to back off and let people give birth the way they want. The fact that we even have to say that is a weird thing. But just let people, birth and deliver their children how they choose, and back the fuck off.